Hi, this is my little guide to Assassins. Okay. Alright, couple things to know before we get into this. 1. Assassin dodges a lot. 2. Assassins are burst DPS, thus why we have a higher crit rate than other classes. 3. Assassins have enough armor to off-tank but not sustain tank, with some exceptions. Core weapons of an assassin are as follows. Dual blades, the sword, the knife, also referred to as blade, depending on what else. The bow, we don't use, for one simple reason. We use shurikens instead. Shurikens fire faster, but don't do as much damage. But we have skills for those, so that makes up for the amount of damage. But we'll get into that. Okay, couple basic things you need to know about assassin talent trees. Always go for dodge and crit rate. Dodge, crit rate. Now, exploit increases physical, water, fire, wind, or thunder elemental crit damage by 10%. Okay, crit damage, crit rate, pretty much go hand in hand. Now, on mine, I went down a little bit different than some people because I actually wanted the Pyrohydro skill, as well as more damage from shurikens. Now, dual blade assassins will all have Eternal Flame or Eternal Frost, just because it gives us improved Frigid Slash and Spreading Flames. Spreading Flames adds a damage over time effect, and improved Frigid Slash gives us a possible freeze in place ability. Okay, now once you get through all that, you'll eventually get down to Stubborn, which not really a requirement, but a lot of people take it. Lightning reflexes is a must requirement. Increase dodge rate by 2% and attack speed by 6%. Attack speed, dodge, critical. Massive things important to an assassin. Now, you're going to get down to your specialization trees. Now, assassins technically have 4 thanks to shurikens. Others have 3, thus their life is easier. Playing assassin was never meant to be easy, it's meant to be an endgame character. Now, unlike most, I did not go down the dual blade tree. I instead went down the shuriken tree just so I could have a stun. Very important. Alright, let's get over to some perk books that are required. Windwalk, Thunderstorm, first 2 you get in the game. This one is a rare drop from Desperate Lands, ends up selling for about 50 to 80s on the auction house. Required books, Ethereal Form, Finesse. These you can get relatively easy and cheap. Reckless Strike is actually a book you can buy from a clan vendor once you get high ranking with the Shadow Clan, but very required. This gives you crit hit rate up and gives you more fire water damage. Ethereal Form, look at that, more dodge and dark and wind damage. And Finesse gives you thunder and dark damage. Now, you're probably asking, well, why dark damage? Well, assassins, for some odd reason, can actually put dark on almost any of their attacks, but it's completely random when it happens. There's nothing in there that says it does it, but if you're actually watching the combat animation, you'll see a lot of dark attacks for regular stuff. Okay, running endurance, pretty much needed because we use a lot of SP. Lightning Rod, kind of cool. You know, when you're using your blade, you can actually add plus 50 more damage of electrical onto a target. Icebreaker, if the target is frozen from, say, Improved Frigid Slash, you do more damage. Gale Step, hey, look, more dodge and increases the effectiveness of Evasive, which Evasive is our super you can't hit me now skill, but it's only 8 seconds long, and the cooldown is like 1.8 minutes. Well, actually, it's like 4 minutes. Alright, Fire Water. This is a one you can buy off the Heaven of Flames vendor once you hit high reputation with them. It's not all that great. Fast Step, so we can run faster and get away from mystics. Sharpshooter, Bow Mastery, this is just stuff I put in there to fill in. The only uses I've found for them is in Revive the Evil, which is a mini game you get at level 50. MP Mastery, always good. Max MP, damage resist, HP regen. Pretty much requirements. Alright, now, those three that I said were essential. There is a downside to them. Like almost everything in an Assassin book, you have to pay something for it. Alright, they consume a certain amount of SP every 3 seconds, depending on what level they are. For instance, my level 6 one takes 10 SP every 3 seconds. My level 5 one takes 9 SP, and same with this one as well. So the point is, unless you have a high SP regen, which I do, you're going to have a hard time sustaining this. Now, I have 53, of which that much comes from that. Without this, I could not sustain these skills going constantly. So please keep that in mind. Alright, now, the dart tree and darts. Dart skills. Gale dart. Pretty decent one. Gives us a blue effect, which we can use to launch Gale Sword or Gale Flip. Pyrohydra Throw causes the effect needed in order to launch Flow Flame Slash or Phoenix Dive if you're in lightning mode. Pretty decent. Plus it's fire water damage, so you're hitting with two different elements at the same time. Alright, Gale Flip. 3 attacks. Um, hits for wind damage. Pretty decent. Now, a lot of people are saying that the darts don't do much damage. Well, yeah, this is true. Individual darts don't. The ones you buy in the city don't. But you can actually craft your own, and at level 7, you can make these. 250 extra damage added onto it, and it's superior to the ones you can buy in the city. So this, plus the fact that it's dark damage, and as we already discussed, you can have a lot of dark damage bonuses to your class just by the perk books you get. These end up doing a really high amount of damage. I've had my Gale Dart hit for over a grand. I've had my Pyro Hydro, each one hit for like 1200 apiece. I've had the Gale Flip hit for 1100 apiece on that. I've had the Phoenix Triple Strike Stun, which actually does use darts, hit for 1500 a pop. So, yeah, darts have a lot of damage potential to them. Combine this with the fact that we can dodge a lot, we can actually sit there and do range battles with the Mystic, and our darts, just if you're just going to spam, can go out faster than a Mystic can attack. Downside is, this costs a lot of dough to do, because you only get 50 per build. Luckily, prices of melting snow gravel have come down, but before, it was horrible. Okay, now, here's a little insider tip that people discovered in Sinister Guild, mostly myself as well as a couple other people. Now, as you can see on this sword, I have a refined ability called Attack Skills have a 3% probability of launching Quick Heavenly Attack. Causes target 250% light weapon damage. Now, remember when I said that we don't really do light? This is how I get around that. But the cool thing is, if you have a weapon that has, say, a refine effect, a spirit detachment out on it, like, say, a poison or whatever, while that's out and you're using your darts, it'll actually apply those spirit attachment effects and those refined effects to the dart skill. So, in theory, yes, you can poison with your darts without having a dart skill that causes poison like in Venom. You can do a quick heavenly strike with it without, you know, so, I mean, with that known, you could do a lot of damage on this and with these. So I've actually sat there against Mystics and just danced around them like they normally dance around me, and just kept throwing or spamming the dart skill and occasionally throwing some of my other skills on it, and have killed Mystics with over 15,000 life at range. Never once ran up to him to hit him. It's kind of fun to do, and it really annoys the hell out of them. Alright, so again, to recap: Assassin's Dodge, We do crit damage. We do dart damage. We can use every element under the sun if done right. And we're just pretty much an end game class. Some of the best assassins in the game right now pretty much are dual blade focusing assassins. Sword assassins have some validity because their damage is like a little bit greater than what a dual blade assassins can be, but they're focused on one element and they can only spam one or two skills repeatedly, and that's it. Knife assassins pretty much don't exist, even though they have one of the most damaging skills, plus the amount of damage that's built into a knife is really disgusting. A couple other great tips here. Weapon focus, always huge, as you can tell. You should always have dual, whatever weapon you're focusing on, max out on that focus. Do not split it between two weapons. Um, Whatever focus you're going for weapon-wise, always make sure to plus it out. Like, this is actually a plus 17, but you can't see it for all the crap on it. I've got plus 8 on my sword just for the extra damage. Um, yeah, as you can tell. Gear, always plus out anything that's within your weapon focus, or try to get armor that is within your weapon focus. Stock up on dodge and crit rate enhancing things. These will pretty much be your bread and butter, and they will pretty much get you through almost any situation. With this character, I have been able to solo completely through Ron's and Celeste. I've been able to take out the first boss in Mumble. I've been able to take out the spider in Mumble. Still have a little bit of difficulty with the third boss in there, Ronald. You give me one monk to heal me, and I can pretty much two-man every boss in this game up to Desperate Lands. I have yet to try Desperate Lands with just me and a healer for obvious reasons if you've ever done it. So, yeah. Thanks. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been informative. I hope it helps you out. If any questions, contact me in game. Thank you.